Wow, what an honor to be here today with EO Poland President Dawid Adach. Thank you so much for everything you're doing. We can only imagine what you're experiencing today, and I hope that you can help us as EO members understand just a little bit about what's happening in your space, with your chapter, in your region, and with your fellow EOers. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Hello, Winnie. Thank you for having me here today. I really appreciate what you just said, and also all the feedback and support we are getting from the EO members. This is really amazing. I really appreciate it.
Well, I mean, EO, entrepreneurs can only go so far alone, right? I always think about that, and I think about just what I've seen in the WhatsApp channels and the Facebook groups, and all around the world, in members coming together to support you, to bring supplies, medical supplies, mattresses, donations. I've seen people go to the border to pick up people. Can you tell us a little bit about what's happening, where you are, and how things are progressing?
Yeah, exactly. It's just like you said. So let me start with the situation over here. Like 2 days back, Polish government said that already 1 million refugees has crossed the Polish border, right? And then day after, which was yesterday, the European Union Foreign Affairs Joseph Borrell said that we should expect 4 to 5 million refugees. So this is this is big. This is probably the biggest, refugee movement since World War II, which we are just facing right now, and we can see it with our own eyes. So this is really big. But there is also bright side, as you said. There are, and I did a calculation. You mentioned the group. We created the support group for EO for Ukraine, and there are like people from 31 different countries which are already there, and there are new people coming every day. So as you said, this is really amazing. People volunteer. People ask me, hey, I want to fly there to support you. Some people with the medical background are flying next week. So yeah, this is really amazing and uplifting amount of support which we are getting from EO members, and not only obviously, but mostly from them and their friends and relatives. People from just today, we are discussing sending a bus from Netherlands, which is going to come tomorrow or day after tomorrow, which is going to bring supplies to the border, and then he's going to pick up 50 refugees and get them back safely, hopefully back to the Netherlands, where they're going to find new homes. So yeah, that's really amazing. That's big.
And David, I've seen this in the channels. People, I don't even know many of their names. I don't know what chapters they're from. And just the fact that people have gone to such amazing levels to support people in need. And I feel like that everyone in EO is looking for ways that they can support. What are you telling people at this point in terms of how they can specifically support?
Sure. So this is what, to be honest, we are also learning on the fly. So this is also new to us. The whole situation is new, and there are people who are willing to supply us with as you said, like mattresses and so on. Well, so what we see after a few days is that actually this is really amazing. However, sometimes it's what we are actually missing is this kind of coordination. So if we have like this, there are 250 plus people on the group, and if everyone want to give something, when we try to coordinate this all together, it's just tremendous effort which we need to do to line this up. So we learn that probably unless we have or we are able to get a really huge package, like pallets of something, the tons of something, and we can get it shipped to Poland. If this is something like that, it's not like that, then probably the best way and the easiest is to donate to the fund, which we created. And we've raised there already we have $70,000 at the moment, but this is probably already obsolete, because people are just pinging me because they are creating like a local funds, and then they are just asking us, hey, what should we do with this money? So until now, except for the very specific, like the military grade, equipment and all that stuff. Most of the things are available in Poland. So what we are doing, we are trying to buy as much as possible here. So what we did, for example, one of the members from US, they just founded 100 mattresses, which we sent immediately to Ukraine, to one of the shelter at Ukraine. Another 100 is coming, and it's what's this, Tuesday? So on Thursday, in 2 days, they will be delivered to our shelter, which we are just building next to Warsaw. So we are building shelter for 100 refugees with the option to extend to 1,000. So obviously we're gonna need more. So that's what I would say. I mean, what we can do right now, we can just try to collect as much money as possible, because what we also state very clearly is that we want to divide this support like 50-50, which means the 50 will go directly. It's for the instant support. So like this, let me give you an example. So what has happened in the very first days, we have supported the camp. It's called Ostruda camp, which is run by some Christian community. But the point is that on the first day or the second day of the war, there were like 130 children, mostly orphans, which were delivered there, and they were supervised by only 12 adults. By now, there are more than 200 kids over there. So we immediately donated them just to support them, because this is very important. So this is this instant support which we are talking about. But we also know that the situation is not getting better, right? It's been already almost 2 weeks when the war is going on. So we want to also have some fund for later, because we already have 1 million refugees. This big. We need to support them. We need to help them in the future to find jobs, to survive. Yeah, as I said, there are really great things and initiatives going on. So for example, one of the initiatives which came from one of our Berlin or German friend, Tilio. This is the one, actually. Yeah, this is amazing when Tilio is getting this difficult to get stuff, and with the help of one of the guy from EU Poland, from Krakow, they are actually passing this directly to the Ukraine. This is one. I was also wanted to mention the other initiative where we got 700,000 the baby food jars, and this is getting transported right now to Poland. So this is really amazing. If we can get something like this, this is obviously really wanted, really required, really we need it right now. But other than that, yeah, it's just the best way is just to try to collect this money, and then we're gonna use it sooner or later, because yeah, that's gonna, as we said, it's not sprint, right? So when the war started, all of a sudden, all people around the globe, but mostly probably in Poland, obviously, because we are closest to that, they just jump on it. But we know it's not a sprint; it's a marathon. It's gonna last. So we can't let we cannot just provide them support for the first week and then tell them, hey, you need to deal on your own, because those people, they lost their houses. You've probably seen, all of us seen these videos of bombarded cities, and there is nothing to come back, right? This is a huge disaster for them. So to sum up, if we can get something like really big, like which makes sense to ship, then feel free to contact me. We will definitely find the great use for it. Otherwise, probably the shipping cost will be much more than the value of the supplies. So in that scenario, I would suggest to try to collect this money, and then we'll point you where we can spend it on. So for example, we had people who were just directly paying from US for the orders in local IKEA, and this is going somewhere where this is needed right now.
Yeah, David, amazing efforts by EO members all over the world. And we've seen that in the WhatsApp channel. And I think this is a wonderful opportunity to help people that are not in the channel to really see what's happening, and the support that EO members are providing to other EO members is just astounding. I've never seen anything like it.
It is, and the funny, the funny thing is that you said WhatsApp, but you and I, we already know we have to switch actually to the Telegram because the WhatsApp has a limit of 256 people. So, this limit was reached within a few days, and now we had to switch because there are so many people who want to support this case, and I'm. This is really amazing, and also on the other hand, this is also making my life a little bit more difficult because amount of messages I'm getting with the support, the amount of messages which I'm going through, it's countless. I mean, this is a lot of stuff, and I'm obviously kidding that I need a lot of time to read all of that, but we are getting support from literally all around the world, different chapters, India, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia. So seriously, Africa, I can't name all of them. As I said earlier, 31 countries, people from 31 countries are there.
That's amazing. So you're president of EO Poland. What in EO, what have you learned in EO that has prepared you for this moment, Dawid?
Yeah, so that's a good question. Obviously this is a huge surprise for everyone, right? And I'm not sure if you can prepare for something like that. But one thing which I mentioned yesterday to my chapter is that although we are a business organization, right? I mean, this is the something which we have in common. But I just realized that there is more than that, and we definitely have the same values. So before we actually started with this fund, which we are raising right now, EO members, there are almost 50 people right now. They were involved in initiatives. The Polish members were involved in initiatives which raised more than $9 million at the moment. Many of them, they accept refugees under their roof, under their houses, and I just feel that it's an honor to be part of this organization because I see that we have the same values, and this is organization is about the business, but when it comes to do something else, we don't ask questions, we do act, and this is really amazing. So what I learned is that this is really this is the place where I want to be because people share the same values. And the other thing, yeah, I mean, this is about the leadership, right? I mean, we can it's not our fault, but I feel that nowadays we have sometimes we have to choose between bad and worse decision. You have a fund and you have to decide where this money should go. But same like running our own businesses, we know that we have to act. There is no time for discussion. There is no time for blaming someone, even if it takes the wrong decision. It's just we have to act, and I see this happening all around the world. People sending money without knowing me, right? I mean, they just trust each other, and thanks to that, we can really make impact, right? So we are really it's not there anymore, but this be bold, which used to be there, I think really applies to what's going on now with this case from people from EO Global.
Yeah, it's amazing, Dawid. I've seen people they don't even hesitate. They just give, they provide resources, support without even introductions.
Exactly.
And
That's
I
what's
also,
happening.
what, Dawid?
Yeah, this was sorry to interrupt you. That's exactly what's happening. So you may witness that as soon as someone said, hey, we need this whatever 100 mattresses, like two people say, okay, I'm gonna pay for it, right? This is my credit card. People were literally just sending me pictures of their credit card and asking just to do it because there is no time to waste.
Just our connectedness and togetherness it's actually hard to describe in words, but through your stories, I think it should be clear to all of us about the value of EO now, not only to you, but to your chapter and to your community and to the world. A question about you, Dawid. I know, again, you are EO Poland president. How are you doing, and how can we support you as an entrepreneur? What can we do to support you?
Sure. Thank you for asking. Yeah, so I think we need a disclaimer here that probably we as a EO Poland chapter, we are touched by that, because most of us, our grandmas or grandpas, they still remember World War II. So we know how it was. So that's why we are really emotional about it. So I would again like to thank you for all the support and all the great words. As for the Ukrainians and how we can support them, as I mentioned before, we are launching a shelter. Originally, we're going to start with 100 beds. They are on the way. We want to expand it to 1,000. But what we definitely need, except for what is actually happening, so the people are donating, people are giving us a great support in many ways. But we need to think as a global organization how we should deal with that, right? So we as a Poland can be this like buffer zone. We can accept this thousands of refugees, and this is what's happening right now. I've got calls from other NGOs saying, hey, we were prepared for 500 refugees, and all of a sudden 3,000 came. And it's 11 p.m. and you have to do something about it. The people have to sleep somewhere. So we need to think together as a global organization, how we can deal with that, mostly in Europe, how we can combine our efforts, how we can set up this support chain. So, for example, we can accept these refugees, but then all the surroundings countries will come up with the idea of structured way to, for example, come with buses and get 100, 200, 500 people every week, and get them to farther to west, which is obviously tricky, because if you can imagine, these people, they don't want to go. I mean, they are really hoping that the war will get over, so they don't want to go far from the border, because they're hoping that they can get back. But obviously, sometimes there is nothing to come back. So there are, I would say two things. One, collect donation as much as you can, because it's a marathon. We're gonna need that in the future. And second, we need to work on a structured way, how we can and how to show other NGOs that we as entrepreneur, what we learn, what we can apply to the given situation, how we can organize all the logistics, supply chains, just everything which is needed just to get it done. Because this is just, if the analytics are right, we just have 1/5 or what's going to happen, and we already are out of space and out of resources. So it's just going to get worse, and we need to prepare for that.
So the website, Dawid, I believe, is ukraine.eopoland.org. Is that correct?
Yes, that's exactly. Ukraine.poland.org.
Dawid, thank you so much for your time today and sharing your stories, telling us what's happening, just for all of the stories that you shared around specific examples and helping members understand what's happening with your chapters. And shout out to the members that have been supporting you all over the world. And I look forward to just supporting you and staying connected to you and your chapter. We're here for you. We're here together. And thank you for your time today. We're with you.
Thank you, Winnie. As you said, shout out to all EO members, because we are just coordinating that. Those are the guys, those are the people, those are the folks who actually make mark and make this happen. They are building this shelter. We are just spending their money here.
Thank you, Dawid.
Thank you.